Hi everyone, it's me, Ganglion. I'm just here to check up, because I've heard some pretty interesting things. Is everyone doing well today?
Yes, sir. We're doing very well.
Wow, fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. So, I've heard you've been smuggling, perhaps?
Smuggling? How so?
It just has something to do with those, meats you have available. Now, I would never praise anyone of being a smuggler. That would be rude. In fact, it is quite impossible for me to display any form of negative emotion, as you all well know, and so I would never say that, ever. However, if it would please you, could you please explain where you got all this scrumptious meat from?
Well, you see, we were out at an outpost over there, and while we were there, a monster approached us. We simply killed it out of self-defense.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, you know what? I believe you 100%. In fact, I would honestly be set to go, but Madam Bitter has given me great strict orders on this matter that I need to be a little bit more inquisitive, if that's okay. Another form sort of got up. I noticed approaching very subtly with the cane was the one they known as Batakanatat, or as I learned, referred to as Oria as a sign of respect. She seemed to approach the center. Ganglion, it's as they say. I didn't know what to do with it. It felt like a waste to throw it back away into the ditch, so I just had them butcher it. It's my responsibility. I apologize if I've done anything wrong. Oh, no, don't worry about it. See, I personally believe there's a way to get to a great solution that helps everyone. See, I think, above all, we need to just work together as a unified community in order to try to make things right for everyone. We haven't told the Strong yet, and I think it'll be fine is if when the Strong figure out, they'll be very mad. Oh, they'll be mad, but you know, I'm not mad. I'm actually very happy that we can communicate hand in hand, because I think we all have a little bit of culpability with this right now, don't you think?
Oh, we all, Sir Ganglion, we all do.
I know.
As a community.
As a community, I think we all have a bit of a problem. So
right.
We've been very strict on you, and you've been sneaking food, and I understand that. In fact, I think everyone is fine, and no one's at fault for this.
Let's not throw word roots like sneaking or strict.
I agree. If I have ever registered a rude word in a rude context, I would get a terrible shock, so I'm not going to do that.
I've seen that happen. Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Very nasty. Anyways, next up, let's talk about what we're going to do to make sure everyone's happy. Because I know, due to the policy that the Lich has put in place, you, me, and everyone else needs to make sure everyone benefits from hunting law. So, as a result, I'm going to take a portion of what was dished out and give it to the Strong, and then on top of that, other distributions of wealth and objects will be given to the Lich's group. Madam Bitter will organize it, and we'll all be happy.
Oh, Madam Bitter's coming herself. Is she?
Oh, no, she left a missive. That's why I'm here. Here! A box seemed to emerge out from beneath the slime, protruding and slamming into the ground. There it is! Can someone grab it?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Thank you!
Fix it up.
As the conversation continued, I listened to the mention of the Lich multiple times from this strange creature, but that doesn't line up with what we understand. I decided to lean over to the table slightly and speak to Arcat about it. So, as I understand, the Lich left, what, a week and a bit ago? Why would the Lich's, staffing emissaries still matter?
I'm gonna be honest, when I heard that the Lich was dead, I kinda didn't believe it.
I guess neither do they.
Letter!
Yeah, letter.
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 Yes, letter.
A letter. For us.
I'm trying my best to portray something I can't say out loud. Letter.
Letter.
Letter, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm opening the letter. Thank you, Ganglion. You're doing great.
Thank you. You're doing
All
great
smiles.
too.
All smiles.
We're all doing great.
Okay, I'm opening the missive. He gets shocked if things do not go good. Splits the letter open. Okay, reading from the top.
I found myself peeking dangerously over the table, my form increasing in size as we all peeked over and saw these listed words. Dear precious Goloins of Goloin Town, I've just come to inform you via missive that you should be getting back to work. Although they have had a tragic issue, I can assure you the Lich is fine as well and will be back to operational standards very soon. As a result, I know you would be very disappointed if you were all doing whatever it is you're doing now. Stealing, perhaps? Well, either way, please assign my missive at least 70% of the shares as per standard. We'll overlook it for once. After all, feud distribution has been lax due to the recent uprising. Don't worry, we will be back to full operations soon enough. From Madam Bitter.
Right, 70%. Wow, pretty harsh. I mean, pretty fair, community manager.
Yayo.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you agree.
I'm really glad it increased from 60% last time.
I know. I'm so happy. 10%. Wow. What we do so overburdened by food?
Don't worry. Other goods can be exchanged instead of food if you need to.
Great. Like what?
Like precious goods like heirlooms and magic items and golden arrow, of which I know you have many.
Oh my god. Of course, so much golden. What? Hold on. What?
That's the word you Goloins use, correct? Hoo-hoo?
Uh-huh.
I wanted to adapt myself to be more befitted within the community.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I stared at the gelatinous figure. It did not fit within the community.
Yes. So, Yayo, you were accounting and keeping track of
Yeah.
everything we gained, right? You know exactly how
Yeah.
much 70% is, correct?
Yeah.
Don't worry. You have no need to worry. We have a standard rate for all Bassamander corpses that should be met. You don't need to do any math, only the math of subtraction away from the total.
Okay. Then communicate that math to me. Great,
Sure
Ganglion.
thing. I will do that right now. Yes. You need to. It's on the missive. It's on the back
It's
side
on
of
the
the
back
missive.
side of the. Okay, we'll flip it over.
What a waste of paper.
Right. So, maybe somewhere. Okay. Well, as the accountant of Goloin Town, I have to consult with my superiors briefly. I hope you can give us a second, please. The math is hard.
Okay, I'll give you a second. Okay, what's your decision?
Okay.
Don't worry, that was a
That was
joke.
very-
I have
oh
to tell
my
a
God,
joke
you're
every
so
5
funny.
hours.
I know.
Anyways, I'll go over here.
Okay, listen, they're ripping us off.
Yeah.
I understand that.
More than usual. I think the change in leadership has. I think there's been a change in policy. So as the effective looks over at Ganglion, community leader. I need to ask you something. Is losing 90% of the value we're gaining from that Bassamander worthy not stirring up trouble?
We'll starve.
We will starve. So.
No, just stay here. I'll handle it. Just wait.
Listen, as a future elder, I feel like I need to advise you here. This is a life or death situation. Are we choosing blades or the slow, gnawing death of hunger?
Yeah, I noticed a bit of a sensation change within the older lady. I was used to this grace with her from what I had seen so far. but it was in this first glance that I noticed a slight bit of weakness. Something that has been well stereotyped into the Goloin from all I've talked to. It was just pure raw fear. Yet she carried herself just as well as ever. You still have much to learn, Kenyatt. We are not fighting. Just stay here. I'll take care of it. Just wait. You're not an elder yet.
I'm afraid we're not going to be the ones to make that decision.
She lingered for a moment, and then, ignoring the advising of her younger, she stepped forward. Ganglion? Yes. You had said that any sort of wealth would be a good addition, correct? Yes, I did. I see. Well, I had noticed that upon her shroud there were multiple different layers. One layer seemed to be one much like the rest, a larger fur layer that was less ornamental, I'd say, instead more for comfort and for warmth. Besides that, I noticed her unclamp a few layers beneath that, and down from beneath, huddling up between the warm layer, another layer of rich, endowed clothing seemed to just simply plop out as she pulled them out and laid them in front. Inlaid were another strange, almost crystal-like structures. They were elaborately hewn in at certain points as jewelry, and beyond that, there seemed to be multiple other dyes that would be somewhat difficult to get in this region, more deep into the jungle. It was an elaborate cloak, one befit for a leader. I believe that should at least cover most of the cost, correct? Wow, I don't know how much that's worth. I'm sorry. But hang on. Let me see. Oh, those are local gems, aren't they? Yes. Well, those are becoming a rarity. I'm sure this will cover at least... Hang on. If I get this wrong, I'm going to die. Hang on. Hang on. Inspected it rather carefully at that moment. Oh yeah, this'll cover about 80%. Give us about 16 pounds of leathers and that'll be enough as well. I see. We'll arrange that. Thank you for your patience, Ganglion, and I apologize again for the disturbance. We do not mean to cause trouble. Don't worry, I don't mean to cause trouble either. You have a great day. I'll take this. I watched his form slowly just eat it, absorb it inside. It sort of seemed to float as a mimicry.
No, please don't.
Ganglion simply seemed to turn back. Okay, let's go. Wordlessly, the horde of skeletons just sort of turned, clicked, and marched across the bridge again.
Well, there goes my inheritance.
That cloak was priceless. I could have removed the gems from it for you, and you would have been able to at least retain the cloth intact without damage.
At that moment, she turned, and an expression for all of a very tired woman. That's okay, Kenyatt. You have much to learn. Just enjoy your food.
I've lost my appetite.
I should probably attend to the scrolls and to begin balancing things. Not that they even look.
She nodded with a solemn singular nod. No real discussion. I noticed her pull the warm woolen cloak over herself a bit more. She sort of seemed to walk on herself. I'm going to get a new shroud, I suppose. I'll be gone now. Keep eating, everyone. No worries. At that moment, I heard a number of whispers about. Did they seriously do that? Damn skeletons, I hate those things. Ganglion guy's an asshole, I can tell it. But other people as well. Can't believe how weak she was. It was disgusting. What are we even doing here? I sort of laid out a hand on the table, a gesture to have the other two that were left approach. Come here. Really fast. Just get here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do something for me? I need you to take this fork, okay? Are you going to do that? Take the fork?
I can do it, yes.
Good. I need you to take this fork, and I need you to go stab that suit of armor right over there, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
I hold this fork. Knowing Boomy business, this isn't anything good. This is just going to be something that probably gets us in more trouble, but considering the morale, considering everything going on right now, maybe, just maybe the 1% chance someone's trying to help us, maybe this could bring us back. Make us smile.
In the direction of the voice that had called out and said that their respected Orya was a disgusting creature. As he approached, the Goloin over there was staring, a bit concerned, as he passed right by, and he plunged that fork directly into a gap in the armor. And in that moment, a strange squealing that began to fall out of control. The sudden sensation, especially the volume, which was exceptionally loud, began to echo out throughout the area. The voice, it was familiar. And that was the problem. It was a familiar voice. There should be no familiar voices here. Not for me, at least. As the armor began to spill and fall down, a bit of it opened up. The chest piece in particular, one part of the armor, seemed to fold open. Strege stepped back as in that moment, a large, gnashing maw of teeth emerged out from the plate and almost stabbed out, stabbing directly at him and lunging out from the rest of the armor set. A being both of metal, but an interior fleshy bit seemed to hanging off the back end of it as it pulled out and tried to slam directly into him. It attached, clinging on to his body rather quickly. It started gnashing, clawing, and tearing at him. The Goloin across the way looked, Sata! Someone help!
This thing bites into me, and my only instinct is to grab this object and throw it as far as I could.
With astounding strength, I saw Strege rip it off and toss it, chucking it almost to the center as I saw the many different appendages that almost emerged out, flaying around wildly as it clinged on the ground. A clattering of metal and otherwise seemed to run out from it. Unable to deal with it myself, I turned on over to Arcot. Now, kill it. It'll be easy.
Springing into action, I don't even think as I grab the fork that I've been using to eat and lunge at the piece of armor.
Lunging deep into the armor, a fork pierced into it. As she started piercing into it, bits and bits fall off until eventually the thing stops writhing. It was a serious display of violence. Almost 30 to 40 stabs later, and the thing started to secede. By the time that Arcat had finally killed it, it had nearly gone to 90. A silence filled all around. Voices began to mutter. And I heard another one, deeper into the crowd. But instead of bringing it up, I simply let it sit. The reaction had spread. Voices of dissent had already drained away as a number of people began to act curiously, talking more. A bit of confusion spread throughout. Someone popped up and ran forward. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
What was that? Did it just start? I took the opportunity to speak up, using my masterfully understood Goloin now to be able to talk to them. So, Suri, I have something to say, Orya. What? Oh, I'm familiar with these things. I've studied them before. Oh, wait, who are you? Oh, I'm, Milinyat. Milinyat? I don't think I recognized you. Oh, I'm from a different part of the cave. I came here
She's
because
been traveling with me.
Yes. There's, I've heard the, Boomies call them whispers. They're, often disguised as simple objects like that. The only thing they're good at is talking and biting.
Are you suggesting that gelatinous monster left that behind?
No, I'm suggesting it was here the entire time. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there are dozens of whispers spread throughout your entire village right now. They're simple things. In the past, I've seen them used by great magicians to spy on others, to tell lies. It is no doubt to me that they're well seated throughout. I'd watch what you hear. Who knows how long they've been here?
My fur began to bristle at this revelation. Why did she wait so long to highlight that we were already in danger the moment we stepped into the village?
Where's the rest of them?
I agree.
Well, I think I heard one over there. I pointed, off into the distance.
you could barely see one fork that was sitting on a table there, currently being used to consume other food by a Goloin. Upon being pointed out, my cloak barely pushed over my hands to avoid my actual fingers from poking out. The Goloin there stopped. What, me? I'm not some whisper thing. I'm not a wispy. What is this? No, your fork. What? It's just a fork. In that very moment, the thing began to flay. Spinning around and stabbed back inside of it, its teeth, gnarling and opening up, began to, minorly at least, bite into the creature's thumb. A number of the other Goloins approached and pulled them out, until eventually the thing was pulled out and one of them simply snapped it in half with two of their hands. They're hard to detect. Usually you can only start piecing them together once they start talking.
And how are you able to detect them so easily?
I have good ears.
Well, I suppose this has been a very awkward first day for me to join your community, but I don't think I would be able to rest safely knowing that we are being listened to.
Yeah. Guess so.
I heard screams.
Yayo, they have monsters listening to us.
What? Where? What? Oh, is that what that is? Pointing at the stain on the ground.
Yeah, they disguise as objects.
Oh. Fascinating. I actually wondered. Oh. Phew. Okay. Big relief on that front. I was worried we had a member, one of our own, ratting us out in exchange for favor. It could still be happening, but how did you detect them?
Good hearing, apparently.
Big ears.
Good ears.
Good ears?
You can tell them. Once you've heard one from a batch, you'll hear the rest.
Well, I just thought of a tremendous way for you to start paying off that debt.
Oh?
Slaps the scrolls down, walks over, grabs her by hand, and starts bringing her around like a little metal detector, and is like, okay, everybody, come with me. Are these things strong?
No, they're pretty weak.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. They're ferocious, though. You'll want to be careful. You could bleed pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, you listen them out. You guys crush them. We'll get this cleaned up pretty quick. I was wondering how quickly they knew about. I haven't eliminated the possibility of somebody potentially. It's just it was so suspicious. It happened so fast. How did they know?
Could you two wait?
Hmm?
I understand the enthusiasm of the situation, but don't you think if we go around taking care of these things, they're just gonna slam down on us harder?
Fair point.
Look, as much as it's wonderful having fresh faces, I'm not sure if you all are aware of how you aren't aware of how things operate around here. If you fight back a little bit more, then they're just going to take more till we have nothing left.
Yayo? Can you drag me? I don't feel like walking. Can we drag me over to the bridge? I want to take a nice
Yeah,
look.
of course. The bridge? Okay, which bridge? The upper bridge or the lower bridge?
There are two bridges?
There are two bridges. You crossed one on the way. Oh, right, you were inside the creature.
The bigger one.
The bigger
then.
one. Okay, this way.
With a bit of force, I was dragged along with Yayo. Mostly on my knees, I was sort of sliding along the shroud, trailing behind me, as eventually we found up to this bridge. I peeked over the edge, and I saw layers and layers of Goloin. Multiple people had been distributed food. I could see a couple of them far off into the distance. As I sort of waited a moment, I checked around and noticed that none of the other Goloin had joined us. It was just me and the hunting party. Well, minus one rather chatty and cowardly Goloin. I gazed off for a moment, and then waited. I think I have a way I can repay you instead. If you'll accept it.
Go on.
It seems you have a lot of trouble down here. Not good arrangements with your, fellow... What's the term? It doesn't feel right to call you monsters.
Honestly, I've heard it enough times. Go on.
I would prefer people, thank you.
Right. The denizens of the cave, the people that you share this place with, do not seem to quite appreciate you super well, from what I've gathered. So, why don't I offer my experiences as a boomy, not just that, but an adventurer, to help you maybe do some problem solving.
Oh.
Free of charge, as payment.
Free of charge, you say? Also, I'm gonna be honest, it's fine to call Ganglion a monster. It's literally a collection of nerves and ooze with the stakes shoved through it.
I suppose that is rather monstrous, yes.
As far as how you can repay us Goloins. Well, adventurers are good at slaughter.
This is true. You asked me earlier what I was thinking about my new predicament, and I decided that, after seeing everything playing out, at least for a bit, I'd come to realize that I may not have anywhere to go after this. So I'd better start thinking seriously about places that would care for me, should things go bad.
Nods.
I suppose it's a mutual agreement.
Well, I suppose that necessitates another question. As you find us now, do you believe we are physically possible and capable of caring for you? Either of you. How do you find the settlement?
I'm genuinely surprised at the circumstances you find yourselves in, but not because of the settlement, but because of the people it seems you have to share it with.
So the settlement itself seems fine,
Of course.
and the issue seems to be them. Well, then the assassination does seem... This is far away from any whispers, right?
I haven't heard anything.
Seems like quite the appetizing, deal. What do you two think?
If you can do anything to make the situation better, especially get back at my asshole boss, I'd be happy to keep you around.
Just know, if things go bad and you get caught, we're blaming it all on you to save our own hides, okay?
I understand. Though, at some point, I'm going to need to stop walking around on my knees. But maybe that comes later. For now, I picked up my hand, waved it over, the one that still had scraps of flesh on it. How about we shake? Let's make this place a place where we can both be.
Second time I've shaken hands. Thanks for the trial run.
Of course.
And, I'm sure you saw it before. Right now, we are sort of balanced on the razor's edge. I believe the change in power dynamic in the dungeon as a whole is going to cast this entire place into chaos. I'm actually skeptical about the ability of immediate assassination to immediately alleviate our problems. Like, getting rid of those guys isn't going to solve the shortage of food problem. It isn't going to help us reorganize everybody here. It isn't going to solve the immediate material concerns. But, at the very least, and call this very, petty if you want, I'm sick of stuff like that happening. So, casting aside, I suppose, whatever business acumen I've gathered over time, more than happy to make this arrangement.
Well, don't worry. When adventurers aren't causing problems like that, they're great at solving them. I look forward to working with you all.
Likewise. I believe we should be properly introduced at this point. If we're gonna operate from here on out, especially as a group, what is your name? What were you again?
The term is Aloon,
Aloon.
but my name is Millennius.
A pleasure to make your proper acquaintance, Millennius. I am... Well, you heard it before, Melio.
Yes, I'll try to remember that.
I'm... At the very least, I want to establish one thing. Just because you were part of the hunting party doesn't need to, mean you need to throw yourself in with, well, all of this. You in particular, well, you said you were gonna throw her to the wolves. I'm sure, at the very least, there would be some degree of retribution for the community. I'm willing to throw myself on that pyre. You don't have to. I want to ask everybody here, are you at all interested in getting in on this, especially somebody new to our wonderful little settlement?
Well, there is a saying from the town where I grew up. I guess it's a human phrase, but it might appeal to you as well. In for a penny, in for a pound.
I mean, I always make a stink that I'm gonna be in trouble, but to be honest, I kinda like getting in trouble.
I lean on the side of the bridge, looking down the people below. Like stars, they hovered, and yet, much like the real things, they felt extremely distant to me. There was something I always kind of wanted out of this place, something I was robbed of ever since my existence came to be. I simply said, if I could make this dungeon a home, I would. So let's try.
Assassination it is, then.
And let's get to it. And at that point, our pact was sealed. I would learn quite a bit from all of them. Though, shamefully, I wish it could be said that at this time, I truly considered them my friends. Honestly, everything I said at that point was a lie. I intended none of it, and I honestly had just a little bit of ill will. For me, there was only one thing I wanted. Now, how ashamed I was of that thought, and how things changed.
They say it's been too long. It's so nice to see you. You're a good friend of mine. So long farewell at you. No, I can't believe, oh no, not words from thee, but said in facsimile, yearning for that distant we. So I'm searching for near eternity, but I don't know where I should be. Log of branch, no family tree, no friends I have to see. An unfriendly propensity is my natural state to take flight in perpetuity. And so echoed back is only me, cut off from precious we.